So somebody told me to chime in on this South African beef with the American black individual. Look, let me tell y'all something. Black America are envied. We're envied. Across the whole world, we're envied. People hate what they don't understand, but they also hate what they can't be. So a lot of people fight and they claw and they literally put in all this effort to be who they are not. We don't have to do that. Like, we are uniquely crafted.
Hello family, welcome back to Marvin's World. On my channel, there's an episode I did on South Africans' reactions to New Orleans Zulu Parade. This parade seemed to angle South Africans' culture, while Black Americans claim it's a way of entertainment which started way back in the 19th century. On this episode, we'll be taking a look at a continuity of diaspora wars between Black Americans and South Africans. Let's watch.
Everybody across the world wants everything that we do. Whatever we put our hands to, it prospers. Whatever we put our hands to, it succeeds. Whatever we communicate, whatever we put out there, everybody starts jumping on it. We have a key and everybody hates it. So look, this is nothing new. South Africa is acting just like the rest of the world. South Africa is acting like the Europeans. South Africa is acting like the Chinese. South Africa is acting like the Australians. South Africa is acting like South America. South Africa is acting like Canada. They're acting like everybody in the world who see what we do and start jocking. I don't have any hatred towards anybody who see what we do, love what we do, and accept it. The issue is that after they identified that down in Louisiana, they had a parade or something like that called the Zulu Parade, South Africa just blew up, mad, angry. And they stopped talking about the parade and start talking about all the things they hate about us. They talked about how we were put in slavery, how we get unalived by police officers here in the United States and all this other stuff. So they got real diabolical. And it let us know that it was stemmed from something more than just the Zulu thing. There's some envy. We went through some of the most treacherous situations and still here. Our ancestors, the individuals that they traded off, we made it. We're still here. And despite the odds, despite all the things that were stacked up against us, all the redlining, all the tape, blowing up our civilizations, all that stuff, despite all of it, we're still here. Put us in any field, industry, or profession, we're successful. We have plants, co-ops, espionage is happening in our communities, and we're still successful. Regardless of how all these individuals see us, they jocking. They want what we possess. Whenever there's envy and strife, all these other things creep in. What we really need is a level of unity. What we really need is us coming together and saying, hey, this is what we do. This is how we do it. South Africa, what do you think happened? Like, you trade people, sell people off to the United States. You think we don't have any culture? You don't think we have any connection to the diaspora? Yeah, just because you live on the continent doesn't mean that we don't have any investment in that continent or the culture. Look, the beef with South Africa is wild. Most cases, the term South Africa is in our mouths because we over here blasting Elon Musk, doing all this crazy stuff in our government branches, creating havoc right here in the United States. And so when we talk about South Africa, most of y'all are represented by Elon. Y'all ain't even on the radar like that with us, man. We ain't even coming at y'all like that. In fact, we will accept virtually anybody. We'll love on them, we'll support them, we'll lift them up, we'll educate them, we'll cultivate them, we'll build them up, we'll strengthen them, we'll give them food, we'll put clothes on their back. We are the most caring, cultured individuals on this planet. The term black means the absorption of all light, meaning that we can receive every variation of man because that's who we are. We support people. We love people. Like, lay off the beef. If y'all want to lock in with us, lock in with us. Lay off the beef. If y'all want to socialize with us, man. Start conflict with somebody else. Y'all talking about unaliving us. There's so many individuals being unalived right there in South Africa, and the data says it. Like, don't talk about slavery when y'all been doing it to y'all own people. Some of y'all are the reason why we're here. Did it to our ancestors. So let's not talk about slavery. Let's not talk about unaliving individuals by policing, because that's the same stuff y'all dealt with. We're a little bit more similar than what you think. So when a parade pop off and we're honoring a culture, man, just respect that. Yeah, we look a little different and we do things a little bit more differently. But our culture is what the world thrives off of. Our spending power is what the world thrives off of, especially right here in these United States. When you talk about consumers, when you talk about individuals who are able to be crafty, when you talk about individuals who can go into the marketplace and produce, when you talk about athleticism, when you talk about all these different dynamics, you talk about the African American, the black man and woman. We honor our African brothers and sisters. It's just odd that we're experiencing this kind of kickback from South Africa over a parade. Y'all, let's get real.
Y'all, I have figured out why the South Africans are fucked up, y'all. And it was hiding right in plain sight. It's because they got white Jesus on their walls, y'all. They believe in white Jesus. So if you got a white man hanging on your wall and that's your God, that's your image, y'all. Image is everything. What you seeing is everything. So in their mind, that done changed their psyche, y'all, literally, to see whiteness as better, y'all. Of course, that's why they gave it to us. So South Africans, that's why y'all fucked up, all right? It's because y'all got to let go of that white Jesus. Y'all got to let go of that white savior. That white savior got y'all brains all fucked up, y'all. It got y'all in the bottom in y'all own country, y'all. It got y'all having a problem and starting diaspora wars with black Americans, y'all. And you don't want that. You know, y'all the fake law stuff. Y'all the fake criminals, y'all. Our criminals over here, they be living good. They families be taken care of. They be having shit. They don't be living in the mud like y'all. Y'all just poor. Y'all don't even know criminals can be successful. Y'all don't even know what the thug life can really bring you. Because all it bring you over there is fucked up. Y'all ain't making no money. Y'all ain't doing shit. Y'all just trying to fucking survive. Y'all ain't even real criminals. Y'all just poor. Y'all just poor. Y'all ain't... Come on now. But that's why. That's why, y'all. So that's the first step in freedom, y'all, is not seeing the white man, y'all, as your God. At least make them black. That's why us black Americans ain't that fucked up. We believe in this Jesus shit too, but at least we think Jesus is, at least they think they know Jesus is black. So that's why we got some pride up over here, y'all. Not like y'all all fucked up.
Now, South Africa. I know South Africa is not coming for our Zulu. I know you're not. I'm from Thibodeau, Louisiana. I know one thing South Africa better do is mind they mother ding dong business. You do not want Astrathio Moon to get started on South Africa, worried about our African tradition in America. Listen, bro. Yeah. You better call Malema or somebody, girl. You better call Tyler or somebody. Because you do not want Astrathio Moon to come for South Africa. Mind y'all motherfucking business and worry about that electricity and them jobs. That's what the fuck you need to worry about if you're going to be worried about Louisiana and our African history. Okay? Mind your business and learn the culture before y'all come up on these fucking panels with your little bit of electricity that you got throughout the day to worry about what we doing in Louisiana. Thank you.
Man, fuck South Africans. I mean, fuck white supremacists. I mean, shit, it's the same thing.
Black South Africans love white South Africans and white South Africans love black South Africans. That's how South Africa is. It prides itself in it being a rainbow nation. You know, unity that transcends racial divisions and cultural divisions. Ubuntu, I'm sure you've heard that before. Ubuntu is a philosophy that does this. And that's what a lot of South Africans believe in. The reason why South Africa really pushed this idea of it being a rainbow nation is because of the complexity of the histories that white South Africans have in this country, that black South Africans have in this country, that Indians have in this country, etc., etc., colored people, you name it. There are a lot of different races here in this country that have a complex history. It's not a simple colonizer story that you guys are used to with other African countries. This is a very complicated country that needs delicacy. It needs information for you to comment on. So calling South Africans white supremacists already tells me your thought process, that it's already fried up there. But you didn't make that video to understand what's happening in South Africa. You made that video just to piss off South Africans. And sure enough, you've done it. It's a pity because you're misrepresenting the African Americans who are willing to learn, that actually just want to get along with South Africans. It's a shame that you're letting them down by making videos like that. Disappointing.
You know, when some of the workers are not there in the field picking up some cotton, you gotta have some of them inventing some stuff, eh? Yeah. Continue working, my workers.
So the South Africa-America beef is still going on, and Americans have seen the levels of petty South Africans can reach, and a lot of them are upset about it, saying that some of the things are in poor taste. Now my thing is, even if that is true, why is it always Americans beefing with everyone else? It's Africans, it's Australians, the Pacific Islanders, the UK, the Caribbean. Why is it always you guys that seem to have a problem with everyone else? And then once you guys do get called out, you'll be in comment sections like, oh, you don't even think about y'all. Then why do you go to people's comment sections every time you see something that doesn't make sense in your world and you try to police it? You guys are like that spoiled child that wants everything to be the way they want it and the rest must just follow. Listen, when your entire friend group tells you that you are problematic and they all agree that you are problematic, could it be that you are the problem?
Okay, so apparently we've been in a diaspora war for the past week with the South Africans over a parade that happens in NOLA, New Orleans, that 99% of us have never even heard of. Like, literally, we found out about this parade at the same time that they did. We found out about this shit last week. Nobody that I know has ever heard of a Zulu parade, okay? And what's so diabolical is that I keep scrolling past all of these posts from South Africans and going in on just Black Americans as a collective, not just about the parade. Like, they've taken it to a whole nother level. And it's like this girl, I'm pretty sure some of y'all seen that, this girl that dressed up like a slave and had cotton and act like, I don't know, some type of knock on slavery or whatever. And then there's these people in the comment section talking about how the police unalive us and also like just going in on Black Americans as a collective. And it has nothing to do just outside of the Zulu parade, okay, that we don't know nothing about. So what this tells me is that their beef with us started long before they found out about that Zulu parade. Because you don't go in on somebody like that and start trying to throw low blows at them as a collective unless you didn't like them before. So they didn't like us already. They had beef with us that we didn't know about already. Before the parade, they had beef. But I mean, you know, we should be used to that because everybody seems to have beef with us because, you know, I mean, just FYI, that is not Black American culture as a whole. That is Louisiana Creole culture. That is one specific place that is not a national thing. A Zulu parade is not national around the entire United States. That is one place. I see why people call South Africans the Karens of Africa, because honestly, I think they got Karens beat. Like, South Africans, y'all got Karens beat by a landslide, okay? Y'all got the #1 spot in the Karen level, or like in the Karen vicinity. Y'all are #1. I'm just wondering, like, how the hell did you even find out about the damn parade? What brought you to our side of TikTok anyway? And it's like, it just really got me to thinking, like, it's like so many people all around the world, like, they hate on Americans so bad. They hate on Black people in America so fucking bad. But they got their heads stuck so far up our asses that we got to turn corners like a bus. Like, we can't even whip a corner because we got people's heads stuck so far up our ass. We gotta pull all the way out and then turn. But anyways, I'm not about to go in on, because here's the thing, y'all. This is another thing. Black people that we got to understand. We didn't grow up with tribes. We don't do tribalism over here. So that tribalism in Africa is a big deal. They take that shit very seriously. To us, we look at it like, okay, and it's a little Zulu parade in one little city in one part of America that nobody's ever heard of. Like, who cares? But to them, it's a big deal because that's a big part of their identity. So I think at the same time, while I don't respect how they're handling it, at the same time, I do understand that that's just something that we're just never going to understand. We're never going to be able to relate to tribalism because we just don't do that. It's not a big deal. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I'm just like, I'm just scrolling. I keep scrolling past more and more posts of South Africans just doing the most diabolical shit. And it's pretty obvious that they did not like us before the Zulu Parade.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And I speak as a New Orleanian. I think a lot of you South Africans that are coming for my people over the Cruise Zulu Parade are really messed up. I think that y'all are messed up in the head. It's something very seriously wrong with you South Africans that are coming for my people like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. It screams ignorance to me. Because here's what's going on. Here's what I'm seeing happening between so-called continental Africans and Black Americans, right? When Black Americans start claiming their own identity and, saying, hey, we are not continental Africans. Our ancestors have been here for however so many generations. This is our homeland. We've been here before the colonizers got here, right? We say that, right? And I hear a bunch of Africans say, but you're African though. No, you're not American. You're not American. You're African. You are African and you need to stop being ashamed of being African. Pause. So if that's the way that y'all really feel, what is so wrong with the Zulu Parade then? Because in all honesty, we call it the Zulu Parade and we do what we do to pay homage to the fact that back in the day, we could not participate in Mardi Gras. So, yeah, we made our own parade and we gave it an African theme. And we trashed those people. We trashed those white people for, doing what they were doing to us, right? Because they were clowning our African roots. That's literally why we do what we do. So if you're so gung-ho about convincing us that we are African, I don't understand what the issue is. I don't understand, right? So why is our Africanness being taken from us from underneath the rug? Right? Because if you're African, you can't appropriate your own culture, right? So it's almost like, Zulu Parade, y'all are cultural appropriating. Y'all are appropriating our culture. That's not your culture. That's our culture. But we're African though, right? Make it make sense. And what's really going on? Like, what is going on? Y'all have your weapons pointed at the wrong people. And I'm not inciting violence or anything like that. What I'm saying is y'all are mad at the wrong people. Can y'all please focus on your own crap that's going on in your own homeland and stop looking for a target on the literal other side of the world? Because you're starting to look crazed, like frenzied. And it doesn't make sense. Like, it's either we're not African and y'all just want to find some stuff to be mad about because maybe you're having a hard time addressing the oppression that you're going through, or we're African and y'all just need to silence yourselves and pick up a history book. Find some empathy for your diasporic brothers and sisters. Okay?
This video is for Black Americans. Don't argue online with South Africans, and here's why. I just saw a video by one of our African sisters in Christ, and she broke down the difference between us and them, and she put it in terms that we could understand. Take a look.
Dear African American brothers and sisters, whatever you do not get into any kind of social media wars with Nigerians, South Africans, and Kenyans. It's like a mixture of Florida, New York, Chicago, and Ohio mixed together. Listen, for those people, hell, there is no bottom to hell. If you go low, they go lower. Why would you even start with them?
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment.
I saw this video, and when she said New York, Chicago, Miami, Atlanta, and even Ohio, I'm like, she has a point. Because at a certain point, the conversation is not even to actually prove that they're right. The conversation is just to be right. And it has gone to the beneath the hell. The floor is hell right now in my comment sections. And I'm like, what is going on? But I'm like, oh, these are the Brooklyn girls. These are the Opelika, Miami-Dade girls, people. These are the Chicago, South Side YNs. And it makes sense what she said, because then I've seen a bunch of Kenyans in the comments just being like, we ride for y'all, and then jumping in. And I'm like, how y'all jumping on the playground fight and y'all wasn't even on the playground?
But it's above me now. Okay. It's above me. She called me a but it's above me.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Because at this point it's comical, but it's really fucking crazy. So guys, don't argue no more. Let it rock. Thank you so much, my sister, for making that video. It put it in perspective that I could understand. Thank you.
Having watched the above videos, it's clear enough Black Americans won't take it down on South Africans. Black Americans have stood up and said South Africans are the ones who started this online media war. Do you believe in the above statement? If no, let me know your reason in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, family. Bye.